The Morning X is on 99X. It's Barnes and Leslie. Fram has some sleaze for us.
Sad news. Legendary TV talk show host Phil Donahue, dying at the age of 88 following a very long illness, died at home surrounded by his family, of course, including his wife of 44 years, Marlo Thomas. What a legend. 11 daytime Emmys. I mean, his show was on the air for 29 years.
Yeah, he ruled the airwaves. I wondered where he had been. I didn't know he was really sick.
I didn't either, and didn't realize, I have met Marlo Thomas, and both of them, I feel like, just such a class act. Rest in peace, Phil Donahue. This is really funny, but Walton Goggins was filming season 3 of The White Lotus. Oh, yeah. He didn't realize that it actually cost him money to be at the hotel.
This is so funny. So kind of like when we film hotels, you stay there and they usually, whatever you eat, it's like, you're part of the people. You don't have a bill.
And you would think as an actor on White Lotus,
right,
you would be comped at the hotel.
They're
correct?
Staying at a fancy Four Seasons, and wherever that is, was it Indonesia? Well, wherever, some fancy place. And dude goes to check out. Slow your roll, bro.
The one thing that they don't tell you on the White Lotus when you check into the White Lotus is how expensive it is to check out of the White Lotus. They pay for your room, but you have to pay for your incidentals. 6 weeks into it, I go to pay my bill, and there it is. And I look at the bill, and I started laughing. I literally, he handed me the bill, and I was like, yeah, right, yeah, you guys are joking.
Yeah.
Who's joking? You're telling me that Thai spiced cashews cost that much money? And
wait, you were eating, this from the mini bar?
From the mini bar.
How many Thai spiced cashews did you eat, Walton
Well, I
Goggins?
thought I had maybe 5, and they said, no, you had 30. Whoa! But then $150 bottle of Prosecco. I said, oh,
$150 bottle of Prosecco?
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah. It was a good time. That was a really good time. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So that was in Thailand. But yeah, the little jars of nuts, they're probably hitting them for 10 or 20 bucks each time.
It's happened to me in many New York hotels.
I cannot wait for White Lotus to come back.
A lot of controversy now with Blake Lively. I feel it's unwarranted, but I don't know if you remember, but she launched her own brand of hair products, Blake Brown, that I guess took her 7 years to develop, and it's now exclusively at Target. Well, let's go to TikTok because a Target shopper said people are returning the hair products because of all of this controversy with It Ends With Us, her new movie.
This is a PSA. I just want everyone to know that the cool teen working at the customer service desk at Target told me that everyone's been returning the Blake Brown hair care. She said that is not worth $20.
You know why this is happening?
Because she was rude to a couple of people during an interview?
No. You know why you heard that interview?
What, with the girl from the girl from TikTok?
All this negative press? Let's go back to your sleaze on Friday when you talked about it, how Justin Baldoni hired a crisis manager.
He did.
And what is that fixer doing? Bubbling up all the negative Blake Lively press.
Oh, that's what those people do.
Isn't it funny how you're so in it that you're not even thinking about this stuff isn't just popping up for no reason?
And I will say this. Somebody else posted what they said was she was rude during another interview.
Yes.
I watched it. She was not rude.
Well,
it took the person forever just to ask a question.
Well, the one I saw, she was kind of yelling at fans, or I thought it was people trying to get her attention. She's like, I'm doing an interview. And then she went back to the interview. But all this stuff, it has to be from this crisis management, whatever, that Justin Baldoni hired, because now he's not in the news.
What a great point. He's off in Sweden with his family.
Now it's all her.
Well, it's now he's the good dude. Yeah, I just don't want to believe that Blake Lively is a rude person. Sorry.
I bet she is so pissed off right now.
Wow. Guess who's taking over Shannon Doherty's podcast?
Oh, that's right. It was just her, right? Is it her?
Her mom.
Her mom.
I am now going to be doing my best to try to continue this for her because that's what we discussed. She wanted me to do it. She's like, I could never be her. I'm not as well spoken as she was, but I'm here for all of you.
I was going to say her psychologist, who I think, did she have her on a few times? But yeah, her mom.
Yeah, her mom. She's saying that those were Shannon's wishes. We'll see. Have you seen this GQ spread with Brad Pitt and George Clooney?
No.
Oh my, first of all, it's like old Hollywood. You've got to see the pictures. They're both really handsome, but they have them like in bed together and they have them on a motorcycle together. But guess where they filmed it, Barnes? Guess where they did the photo shoot?
Where?
Chateau Miraval.
Oh, really? In France?
In France, they did it at Brett. That's the center of the controversy with Angelina Jolie. And Clooney's like, oh, this is cool. It took me 9 minutes to drive there because I have a house 9 minutes away or 9 miles away. How funny is that?
They are becoming old Hollywood.
Yeah, they are. They have a new movie coming out called Wolves, but check out the photos. But I just thought it was interesting that the photo shoot was at Chateau Miraval.
Yeah, because they're fighting over it. So I guess they both still have the keys to get in. And dude's like, I'm doing a photo shoot. I don't care what you think.
Pretty unbelievable.
Don't touch the wine, Brad.
What do you make of this? Jennifer Garner visited Ben Affleck on his 52nd birthday.
That's weird. Because J-Lo was out partying at a concert.
Yeah, and J-Lo is just, throwing up throwback photos of her solo birthday party. Man, this is just getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
They say it's done. Like, done deal, and somehow they just did it, and he sold that massive house, or they sold it, and he bought a new one, and...
Where is the done deal? When is the done deal happening?
Why is it not coming out? Like, why is it not? Why don't they want it to come out?
I don't know, but she was actually seen recently, Jennifer Lopez, with her wedding ring. I know, I'm so confused.
I think maybe they're just playing games with us. They both have projects out. Well, her tour went down the toilet fast.
Speaking of games, have you heard this? Nicolas Cage is going to play John Madden in a David O. Russell directed biopic. But wait, before you get all like, oh, what? It's not a football movie. This is a video game movie. A video game movie. It's the origin or the actual story of Madden NFL, of course, one of the biggest video game franchises of all time. And there you have it, Nick Cage to play John Madden.
That is strange casting.
Yeah, it really is strange casting. But, put the word strange and Nicolas Cage together, and it makes sense.
Oh, I hear you.
An update for you. Charges have been made in that multi-million-dollar scheme to sell Graceland. This woman, Lisa Finley, attempted to extort money from the family. What a crazy story. She was arrested on Friday, charges of aggravated identity theft and mail fraud. She could get anywhere from 2 to maybe 20 years in prison.
That is another weird story. You imagine that something like that couldn't just get taken over by these people just behind the scenes.
How does this happen to the Elvis Presley estate?
Yeah.
But it happened.
Who's watching the door? You know what I mean? Like, how does that, maybe with all the tragedy that family has been through, they were distracted and those people went after it in that moment, in a weak moment, but that's just a really strange story.
And I do want to end on one sad note. Do you remember Victoria Jackson? She was on SNL like 86 to like 92. She did like impressions of Roseanne Barr.
Oh, yeah. I remember her.
Zsa Zsa Gabor,
Yes.
Sally Struthers. She has cancer, and she just announced that her cancer is inoperable. Quote, I've had a fantastic life. Wow. To know that death is around the corner, but you're trying to be positive about it.
Yeah, and that's the statement you put out. It's just like, game over. Ooh, that's scary. That's so sad.
Very sad. And that is your Celebrity Sleaze.